What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Nerd Media, and I just got back from the theater from watching The Life of Chuck. Now, I know this movie has been out for a few weeks now, and I know a lot of people have gotten the chance to go see this, but I just got the chance to go see it, and I wanted to talk about it with you guys because I had a pretty good experience with this movie. So in this video, we're going to be talking about The Life of Chuck and overall my review for it, my feelings, my thoughts, and just what maybe you guys could expect if you are planning on going to see this movie going into it. So with all that being said, if you're new to the channel, I'm Nerd Media. I talk about movies, TV shows, and comic books all the time on this channel. So if you're new to the channel, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And with all that being said, let's dive right into it. So The Life of Chuck is the brand new Mike Flanagan film starring Tom Hiddleston, Mark Hamill, Karen Gillan, so many great actors in there. And it's essentially the story and the life of Chuck, just kind of told backwards. We start at the end of the story and then we progress all the way up until the early days of Chuck's life. And I think that ends up bringing a very confusing kind of first 25 minutes of the film to the table for a lot of people, but it also brings in such a fascinating story and way to tell the story, because once you get past that first act, technically third act, whatever you want to call it, it really just kind of it goes into the movie that you expected. The first 25 minutes of the movie for me was just not what I was expecting from this movie at all. That's not in any bad way or anything. I actually kind of really enjoyed the first 25 minutes, and if we got a movie just based off of those first 25 minutes and they expanded on that more, I would have been pretty happy about that too, because I think that was a very, very fun and good story. But I do think that the latter half of the movie, the last two acts, are way heavily more focused on Chuck. You get more of his life. You really dive into the impact that he has in this small town that we are basically based in the whole entire film. Now, if you guys have seen the trailers of this movie, you know that it really does look like it's going to have a beautiful tone and message hidden within the film, and you definitely get that. You definitely get that, especially when you get into the early life of Chuck when he is in 7th grade, 6th grade. You really kind of dive into that and kind of how just he really sees life and just kind of how he's learning and everything, and just you follow this whole plot of him learning how to dance, and you see that actually in the kind of right in the middle part of the film. You get a dancing sequence, which isn't really a spoiler because they show that in the trailers, but all of that really kind of ties in well together with the message. And overall, I think that it is a movie worth checking out. And I just have to say this right now, you may have heard some people talk about this, but I think Mark Hamill has a really great performance in here. I think that it's probably one of his best, which is saying a lot because he is a very great actor, but I think that he has a really great scene. It's kind of like a monologue about math and how it's really impactful. I personally really thought that was just such a fascinating scene, and I think that is probably one of the more impactful moments of this movie for me, because it was very fascinating to listen to, and I think that is definitely one of the highlights of the movie. There's one thing about this movie overall that we really get into in the second half of this movie that I think really sticks with me the most and has the most impact as I'm thinking about it now, because even now I'm having trouble putting in together pieces of how I feel about this movie into words and everything. Like, I wrote a letterbox review, but I feel like I'm probably going to add more to it as I think more about this movie and this specific moment. So there's going to be some spoilers ahead for that moment. So if you don't want to know anything, click off, go watch it, come back. But there's a whole subplot in this movie that has to do with this area inside of Chuck's house, or his grandparents' house, where you can look out and you can see the entire town. He's not allowed in there. There's a lock on the door, and we don't find out what is actually in there, or we don't actually see what is in there or what other people will see in there until after everything happens. It's the final scene in the movie. We hear from Chuck's granddad that he sees the people who he has seen die before. Like, he sees the future of his wife dying, he sees this kid getting hit by a car, he sees all of this stuff in that attic, and that's why it's locked, because he doesn't want to go in there. And Chuck goes in there after his granddad passes away, and he's like, I think a junior in high school is what they say, and he sees him dying in the bed in the future. I think that was just such a really creative way to end the movie, and I think that was just such a really impactful way to end the movie. I feel like that was done really, really well. Like the build up and suspense to figuring out what is in there, I think was really paid off well. And there's a lot of build up and suspense, especially in the first 25 minutes, but this is one that's carried out throughout, and it is really great. Yeah, like I said, overall, this movie isn't perfect. It has a great message, and it has some really great acting in it. It starts out confusing, but as you build towards the end of the story, or the beginning of the story, however you want to say it, it really does piece together such a wonderful experience. And I think that this is easily one of my favorites of the year. I think it's probably my 6th favorite of the year, honestly. It's just below the top 5. I really did enjoy this movie so far, and overall this year so far has been great. Like, I may do a mid-year checkup just on the channel just to talk about my list so far, about what movies I have on the list, but we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. Let me know in the comments down below if I should do that, and let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this video, because I wasn't going to make a video reviewing this film, but I figured this is such a unique movie that we've gotten this year, and it's one of the more beautiful ones that we have gotten, so why not talk about it? So let me know in the comments down below what you thought of Life of Chuck, if you've gotten a chance to go see it, and if you are planning on going to see it after seeing this review. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you stuck around the video this long, thank you so much. Sincerely, I really appreciate it. Clearly I said something you liked or you were just entertained, so subscribe, like the video, comment down below your thoughts on the Life of Chuck, or comment down below your excitement for any future projects of 2025. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.